So the next step, as we come down here, what I usually do is I have to get these guys in. This is a matter of finding what belongs where. So you can see this is in the wrong orbit. I need to get it into this orbit. It's already next to where it's supposed to be. So what I'm going to do is simply move this down, and this is a single jumble, up, down, double turn, bang. So now it's in the right orbit. So I'm going to move this down. This to get into here, bump it out of the way, move it up, bump it in, move it down. So this isn't over here. Let's move this over here. So this is fine. Does this correlate? Yep, over here. And I'm just going to position this in. So all, well, not all. This is in the wrong place, so I need to single jumble this into here. How am I going to do that? Well, it's right next to where it's supposed to be. So turn, turn. Now understand, it's going to exchange these orbits, which is fine. These are not going to exchange orbits, they're just going to exchange places in the same orbit. Rather, these two over here, up, down, double turn, turn, and turn. Now everything should be in the correct orbit. So I'm going to move this down, correlate this with coming into here, out of the way, move it in, turn, and turn. Okay, let's move this up, moving this in. Actually, let's do it this way. Okay, notice this is upside down. We're not going to worry about that because that's not a problem in this particular puzzle. But as you can see, all of these are in. To get this back, I would just do a double jumble. So single and then double, and look at what happens when I do that. This is not a Curvy Copter tutorial, but still fun to do. A double jumble will rotate this, and another double jumble will rotate this. A little bit of a bonus, free of charge. Wait a minute, all of this is free of charge. And turn, bang. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do next, is try to get these in. Now, the perspective is going to be difficult with this, so I've really got to concentrate. But basically, as I'm over here, I'm going to put these guys in. And it's not as easy as you might think. So here's a purple and orange, yellow rather. Is it in the correct orbit? Purple and orange. It isn't. Where's purple and orange? Right over here. So as you can see, I can turn this over here and it's completely flipped. However, I want it in this orbit, it's next to it over here. So I don't care about any other orbits, I'm just going to get them in one at a time. Though both of these are behind here, so double turn, up, down, double turn, down, up, turn, and turn. Now I shouldn't cause any damage from what I just did, but it did place this in the proper orbit, so I simply turn it down and bang, that's in. Okay, how about purple and white? So find it here, and I don't, but it's over here. It's got to be in this orbit, so it's right next to it, so I can easily swap these two. Turn it down, turn it down, single jumble, up, down, double turn, down, up, double turn, okay? Now you're always going to have to potentially reassemble things that you just did, but now this is where it needs to be, splat. What happened to this? Well, that's still okay, this is over here. So turn, move this in place, bring this down. So now both of these are in. Okay, we come across to here, I'm looking for the blue and white. It's right here, obviously in the wrong orbit. It's just across from here, but I'm really going to mess things up big time if I use it here. Maybe there's another way, which there is. I just turn it over here. So now I can easily single jumble this into place, up, down, double turn, down, up, turn, and turn. Just a matter of bang, moving this in now. Okay, blue and orange. Nothing's in the right orbit, which is good because it gives me a chance to describe what's going on. I've got it over here. So if I double turn this over here, you can see it's just across from where it's supposed to be. So once again, we're going to single jumble this, up, down, double turn. So this is just a Curvy Copter solve right now, no different. Okay, we'll do some damage control. So this is indeed over here. I got to move this back to here. So out of the way, double turn, move it in, and turn. Okay, so now this is in. So we've got this, 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 this. Just remember to put the center on top to orient yourself. Now, orange and red. Did I get lucky? Nope. It's right over here. So it's right next to where it's supposed to be anyway. Just move it to the top. Double turn, single jumble, up, down, double turn, down, up, move it in, and move it in. Okay, let's do some damage control if I need to. This goes here, so we're good. Now red and silver, right over here. So let's actually keep this in, bump this out of the way, move this. I'm just coordinating these guys together. Okay. Now we're down to the last one, so we may have to do a little lateral thinking here. Green and silver. Green, it's right over here. It's got to be in with this, so these two are going to be flipped. Now, this one doesn't seem to belong anywhere as of yet, or at least we don't know. It's a green and silver. Oh yeah, well, green and silver. We're going to be jumbling it with this. We don't know if this is correct. It's probably not, so it's got to jumble anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, there is no parity with this puzzle, so things should just work. Double turn, down and up. Once you get the pattern, it will just work. The puzzle will work for you. Okay, so everything should be where it is. Let's start off by doing some damage control. So the white and blue is here. We'll just take it on faith that the other, at least one, has been moved into the proper orbit. Oh, this is wrong. So I need to get this purple and white over here. Turn, turn, turn. Okay, good, 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 good. I need my red and orange, which is over here. This is already in, so turn, turn, and turn. Now I find if I just focus on these, the top will automatically fix itself because, like I say, no parity. This is in over here. How about this? I need the orange, the green and orange. And that's not in the right plane. I got to move it to here, and there it is over here. Which means this necessarily is the last two to jumble out. Or is it? Who knows if this belongs or not, but anyway, these have to be jumbled. Now I'm going to mess things up a little bit, but at least they're going to be in the right orbit. That's the whole key that I'm trying to do. Up, down, turn, down, up, double turn, and double turn. Okay, let's see how much is still in. We like this here. Green and silver is here. So we just have to kind of keep doing some damage control. Red and green. Actually, I may have done a terrible thing with my... Oh, no, actually, that's okay. So over here, this is good. This is not so good. Now it's real good. Okay, so in, in. Now we take a look over here. This is where it needs to be. So this is where we're going to have to kind of think laterally a little bit. This is in the wrong orbit. Actually, all of these are in the wrong orbit. So we have to do some flipping around here. This needs to get to here, so that's the easiest one to flip. I'm going to flip these two. This needs to flip to here, and this needs to flip to here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these two, then I'm going to have to flip these two. Once I do that, I'll have everything in the right orbit. So that's what I'm going to do first. Let's flip these two. So at the end of the day, these two will flip, then I got to flip these two. So this blue and purple will be in place. So turn, turn, up, down, double turn, down, up, turn it in, and turn it in. So this is where it needs to be. Now the next thing that had to move is these two. I know that these things kind of got messed up, but I know these are in the wrong orbit, so I'm not going to do any cleanup right now. I'm just going to move these in the proper orbit. So turn, turn, up, down, double turn, down, up. Now this is the variability of the solve, which is the fun part of the solve, because you never know where that last bit is going to get you. And now upon doing that, everything should be in the correct orbit. So let's do our damage control. I want the red and orange, which is here. So turn, turn, turn. So all these are in. Actually, all these are in. I need the green and orange, which is over here. So turn, turn, and turn. And because there's no parity, it should just start working out. This turns down here. This is all done. And so now, as you can see, all these edges, these centers rather, are where they need to be. The only thing that's missing now are the corners. So you place this just by doing your little single jumble trick. Now corners are all double jumble. And I can show you it from here or from here. It's really the same kind of thing. So what I'm looking for is what belongs where. This belongs here, but as you can see, it's rotated wrong. This belongs... Yeah, so the way I can make this work to make it rotate correctly is let's rotate it in a way that it will rotate correctly. If I move this to here and move this down, you can see it's going to rotate correctly. Once you get a place where it rotates correctly, I do the double jumble maneuver to exchange these two. That's up, down, double turn, back. Now I go to the other side, up, down, double turn, back. Okay? Now what I want to do is I want to move things back the other way. Oh, then I do a 1, 2. I have to remember to do that. So this is now in. This is now correct. So I move this back here and move this back over here. This swap that, it also swapped this, but don't worry about that now because I'm not going to worry about it over here. And then I just keep finding patterns that are going to work. So this white and red, if I move it here and here, it doesn't go in that way. So if I move it here and here, you can see it does go in this way. So I'm going to do that swapping. Up, down, double turn, bang, splat, double turn, move it in, and double turn this back in. So now I just move this back. So now this is in and this is in. Both of these are in. Now it's just a matter of exchanging these guys. Well, first off, they're in the right place, but in the wrong area, so I'm going to swap them. I'm going to do something more than that. I'm going to swap them, but from this angle, that way I can at least rotate this up. It's not going to be in play with the Crazy Comet, but just for the sake of finishing my Curvy Copter. And turn. Okay, so that turned this back up, so let me turn this back to where it was. Now, will this move in? Nope. And nope, which makes sense, because now I want to turn them around again. Yeah, so I'm going to turn them around again and get this one back. Up, down, double turn, bang, up, down, double turn, splat. Okay. Oh, forgot to do something. I gotta go like this. Now I go turn and turn. Okay, so these are all fixed up. And now I've got to get these in the proper position. So let's rotate them out so that this is turned upside down again. So it's this double jumble thing, remember the two after this, that's going to save us. So I know they won't move in from this way. If that's the case, I can go turn and turn. Will it move in this way? And the answer is no, this is not properly coordinated. So that means that I can move it in from another direction, say here and here. And this should turn in, which it does. So I could end up putting these corners in. That's going to move this center out, but that's okay. Again, it doesn't really matter from the standpoint of the Curvy Copter, but you see that I went around another way to find where it fits. Bang. So now I just go, then I double turn this. I don't. So then I go turn and turn. And you can see, for all intents and purposes, this part is solved. Now these two are both out. If I want to get them back in, I'll just do a swap like this. And turn. Okay, to turn it back, I'm just going to go like this. Now I'm going to go turn and turn, turn and turn. turn, up, down, double turn, bring it down, bang, zoom, splat here. And now we do a long trip around, turn, bring it down here, and bring it down here. Long trip, but it did solve it. So basically, we're going to be using the same principles here. Let's get our tops and our bottoms. So this belongs over here. When I turn it here, you can see it's the wrong place. So because of that, I move it around here and around here, and then see if it goes into the right place from this perspective. I see that it does. So now I'm going to do the same double jumble, remembering to move it back when I'm done. So that's up, down, double turn, down, up. Now I do it from this perspective, up, down, double turn, down, up. Having done that, I remember to turn this twice. You can see this is in. I just have to wheel this back where it was before, and this is easier to visualize. Okay, so this automatically came in. This is in. Now I just have these last two. This doesn't come in from this perspective. It's upside down. Now notice I don't have the orientation of these edges to worry about. So if that doesn't work, then I'm just going to go around another way and check if it works here. I check it and I see that it doesn't. It's still rotated wrong. So let's bring it back around, like so. So let me come down another way. So I'm going to come down to here and here. It has no choice but to work, and as you can see, it does. So let's double jumble this. Up, down, double turn, down, up, down, double turn, down, rather, and up. Okay, having done that, I do my double turn like so, and then I simply move this back in, and done. So the Crazy Comet is now solved. Again, this is really just a Curvy Copter solve, but with a semi-master Curvy Copter type strategy by reducing these centers. The reduction does take a while. That's going to be the longest part of the solve. But once you get the hang of doing the flipping by putting it into jumbled position, it's not so hard. As a matter of fact, it's rather fun. And then you just have to maintain your perspective of orbits by putting it in as a Curvy Copter. So a nice variation of a known strategy and a known puzzle, but still definitely worth your time because it does give you some extra challenges on top of a baseline Curvy Copter solve. The strengths of this puzzle are its playability, the variability of its solve, the sequential nature of the solve. Certainly definitely a worthy one to add to your collection. Thanks for watching.